we are going to merge two sorted lists. So if you're giving the head two heads that point to each pointing to individual sorted list like 1 3 4 1 2 4, return a merged linked list 1 1 2 3 4 4. That's the goal. So now this problem at first probably doesn't look as easy, but once you have like went through a lot of linked list problems as we have done together, you will realize this isn't so difficult because there's different ways of actually solving this. I'm gonna solve it a way that shows what I'm doing as opposed to skipping steps. So the first thing is I would like to ensure like I'll create a new list. I'll create a new list and in my new list I'm gonna get the first value between these two. Find out whichever one is smaller. In this case they're the same, but this could have been 0. Then whichever one is smaller, I'm gonna make that the first element in my new list. So in this case it's the same thing. So it's the same thing. So my new list will start with 1. They're the same thing. And then I will move the head to the next thing because I chose this one. And then I'll check, is 3 less than 1? No, it's not. Then I'll add this one now to my list. And then I'll move this pointer to here. That's what I'll do. Then I'll say, is 2 less than 3? Yes, it is. Then I'll add that to my list. Then I'll move this pointer. While this pointer is still staying here, then I'll say, is 4 less than 3? No, it's not. Then I'll add this pointer here. Then I'll add it here. And then I'll move this one. Is 4 less than 4 or equal? Yes, it is. Then I'll add the 4. And then move this to no. Since this is no, I'm done with this list. And then I'll add whatever's left in this list. Whatever is left, I'll just add it here. And that's it. Okay, so let's begin. So const merge. Why do I always spell const wrong? Merge two sorted list. So you're giving the head to both of them. Call the head 1 and head 2. You're gonna return same thing. Alright, so the first thing you want to check is if head 1 is empty, return head 2, obviously. Then we're gonna do the same, and then we'll check for head 2 as well. If head 2 is empty, return head 1. That's that. And then assume none of them are empty. I'm gonna create a pointer to head 1, call it pointer 1. I'm gonna create a pointer to head 2, call it pointer 2, a copy, and my new list, I'm gonna call it merge list. And this is gonna start off being null. So that's what I'm gonna do. So now I want to, before I start traversing, I want to find out which one of these two is smaller or equal in this case. So what I would say is if pointer 1 dot data is less than or equal to pointer 2 dot data, then my merge list equals pointer 1. And then I'm gonna move my pointer 1 to the next one. Else my merge list equals pointer 2. I want to move my pointer 2 equals to the next one. So I would say whatever it is, move that. So now the next thing I want to do is I'm going to create now for my merge list. So now I have now my merge list has one of these guys. Whether it's since it's the same, it's going to be 1. Had this been 0, then it will have the 0 first here, but it doesn't matter. It's 1. So now that I've taken care of that, the first value, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to make a copy to my merge list. Let's call it MP, a copy to my merge list. And now I'm going to traverse. I'm going to say, I'm traversing through it. I'm going to say, while both my pointer 1 and pointer 2 exist, while both of them exist, I'm going to ask if pointer 1 dot data, same thing, is less than or equal to pointer 2 dot data. Same thing I did up there. I'm going to say my pointer dot next. Now here's the thing, my my merge pointer dot next. This is how you add it to my list. Merge pointer dot next equals p1 in this case, and then move p1. So here I'm saying if the same check we're doing here, if it's less, the difference is here we're just setting it equal to 0.01, the first thing. But what I'm doing here is I'm changing the next value of my merge list. I'm changing it to equal P1's list actually. That's what I'm doing. And then I'm traversing P1. Now, if that's not the case, then let's do my merge pointer would equal P2 instead. And then I'm going to traverse P2. And then what I'll do is now is I can traverse my merge pointer so it moves along with both P1 and P2, basically. And then that's it. But there's one last thing, because remember I said once you reach the end, you want to add the remaining. What if this had a 5 here? What if this had a 5 here? You want to be able to add both the 4 and the 5 and just add both of them to the end. And this is already at null. The loop is going to break because we're done in the loop. So you want to add the remaining 4 and 5 without having to do a loop. Both 4 and 5, you want to add them to here all at once. So to do that, what I would say is my merge pointer dot next outside of the loop, because we're done with the loop. We're not sure which one is it, P1 or P2, depending on which one is not null. If P1 is null, if P1 is not null, then it equals that. If P2 is not null, then it equals that. That's what this does. And then that's it. And then I will return my merge list. So let's test this out. I know we went through a lot in this, but I tried to break it down so I could have combined some steps, honestly, but that wouldn't really be explaining stuff. So I tried to so I took a different route to show what I'm really doing. All right, so merge sorted list. So we're merging lists. That's our action. Merging. I need 2 lists. So let's create 2 lists. So let's create another list here. Head 2. This is going to be head 1. This is going to be head 2. So head 1 is going to be 1, 1, 2, 4. That's what head 1 is going to be. And then head 2 is going to be 1, 1, 3, 1, 2, 3. And this is head 2. All right, so we have our list here. Now we can print both out. Let's print head 1. Then we're going to print head 2 so we can see. And then we're going to merge them. So we're going to have head 1, head 2. And we're going to call this merge. We're returning the merge list. So let's create a new one. Let's call this the merge head. Then head. And then we'll print that out. So let's see. So we have our two lists here. Head 1, head 2, 1, 2, 4, and then 1, 3, 4. We can bring this here to make this look better. There we go. So that's our first list. It's our second list. And then we'll print it out right here. Compile, execute. So 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3, 3, 4. There we go. So let's change this to 0. One of them is a 0 now. Let's see. 0, 2, 4. There we go. 1, 2, 3. Or if we have, let's add one more. 2 more. This is going to be 5. This is going to be 6. Zero, 2, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3. You can see 0, 0, 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Awesome. See you in the next one.